Hello, good evening. Welcome to the first day's play in the third test between India and England. And what a game it has been today. What a game indeed. Actually, before the start of the test, the teams were one test each. England had won the first test and India had equalized. England had gone away on a short holiday to Abu Dhabi and came back fresh to Rajkot. Indians, of course, spent some time with their families and they were back at Rajkot. So it was a very important day's play. It was a very important test match. And with the test at 1-1, with the test series at 1-1, this was really, really crucial. And when India won the toss, it looked pretty good. But the thing is, the Indian batting lineup was filled with a lot of youngsters, very inexperienced cricketers, whether it was Yashasvi Jaiswal or Shubman Gill or Rajat Patidar or Sarfaraz Khan. It was a very, very inexperienced batting lineup against a lineup of very experienced English bowlers, especially with Mark Wood and Jimmy Anderson there. So I think the stage was set. We won the toss, which was very good, and opted to bat first. And what a shocker of a start it was. Within the first hour's play, India were 33 for 3, down and out for the count on the very first day, literally pinned to the wall. And that is when the rear guard action started. And what a magnificent way it started. But before I go to that, I must tell you the real limelight of the entire day's play was a debutant, Sarfaraz Khan. He was a limelight, and at the end of the day, the way he was batting, it looked like this guy was not out of place. He was born to play Test cricket. He was so calm, so assured, and so magnificent in his stroke play that none of the English bowlers really mattered. He was so confident against them. It looked like he owned the space. And what an innings it was. He walked in at the fall of his captain's wicket at 4 down. Of course, by then India were much better off than the 33 for 3. Rohit Sharma had got a double hundred partnership with Jadeja. But nevertheless, so many things could have gone wrong. But what Sarfaraz Khan did was he came out and straight away started attacking the spinners. The English threw Mark Wood at him, but he handled him pretty well. Yeah, in the sense that he never went for any of those hook shots or ramp shots that he's known for. He just went under the ball. So ducked each and every time or swayed out of the way a couple of times. This was very important because they were testing him out. And that would have set the tone for the entire series. If he had played a rash shot against the fast bowlers at that time, they would have pinned him down. But he was very smart, played, like I said, like he belonged all the time here. He ducked to those short pitch deliveries a couple of times. He swayed out of the way, but there was no way that he looked uncomfortable against Wood and Anderson. In fact, he looked very comfortable. But it was when the spinners were on that he really showed that for him it was just like another Ranji Trophy match. He stepped out, he swept, he lofted, he cut. And there was even one late cut that he played off Anderson. I mean, can you imagine a youngster, a debutant walking in and playing these kind of shots with so much of cool assurance? He really was the show stealer today. And that 50 that he made in 48 deliveries, that's the fastest 50, joint fastest 50 by a debutant for India. The other, of course, the first one being Hardik Pandya, who also did 50 in 48 balls. And here he was, Sarfaraz Khan, on whom there was a lot of doubts whether he would play the short pitch deliveries well, whether he could handle the fast bowlers. But today, all those things were thrown out of the window. He looked like he belonged here. Hopefully, this is his first test, his first innings, but maybe as it goes on, he will also pick up a few tricks and play much better. But while Sarfraz Khan was really the eye catcher of the day, we must give credit where credit is really due. That is for the Indian captain. He batted like a captain. When we were 33 for 3 and then he took that nasty blow on his helmet grill, Mark Wood again tested him with a lot of short pitch deliveries. He had three people on the onside deep down. There was a fine leg, there was a square leg, there was a deep mid wicket, and he really wanted uh, Rohit Sharma to go for that hook shot of his or pull shot of his. But Sharma was also smart, he didn't want to do that. He is not a guy who instinctively ducks or goes under. He likes to play his shots. He tried to control some of those pull shots and sometimes tried to even let it go. But it is not in his repertoire really to do that kind of a thing. And that stunning shot that he took to his helmet, maybe if the grill was not there, he probably would have lost a few teeth or broken his nose. That was such a rearing delivery, and Sharma really didn't know what to do with it. But he didn't allow it to rattle him. He continued playing. He actually played magnificently today because 33 for 3, winning the toss, opting to bat first, and then you see your team being, virtually cast aside, your batting lineup, top order. That can be very traumatic. But then he found a very good partner in Jadeja, Ravindra Jadeja, left hand batsman, highly experienced, and a fighter to the core. And this was his hometown, his home pitch. And he, along with his skipper, Rohit Sharma, really backed the team through. That was a brilliant double hundred partnership. That is 204 to be precise, 204 run partnership for the third wicket, which literally took the match away, at least a day's play away from England. And really, this kind of a rearguard action we haven't seen for a real long time, especially against the face of these kind of challenges. And hats off to these two who really weathered it. Sharma, of course, finally fell for the full pull shot. They kept tempting him with it, and he finally played that. But by then, he'd already got 100. A lovely 100, you must say, because this is one of the most timely hundreds on the third test when the series is wide open and we're looking, throwing punches at each other, waiting for the opening, to drive the wedge home. But he did brilliantly. And that 100 of his lifted the side up and also, Jadeja also was magnificent in his batting. He was running between the wickets, his hitting, his stroke play, his assuredness against the spinners and the fast bowlers was excellent. Finally, Jadeja and Sarfaraz Khan came together. That was at 237 for 4. And suddenly, like we said earlier, Sarfaraz Khan batted as if he owned the stadium, like he owned the place, he owned the English bowling, and he was brilliant in his stroke play. Perhaps he would have got 100 even before Jadeja, the way he was batting, because he was really playing such lovely strokes before that unfortunate run out. I would not blame Jadeja for that run out because either way, whoever had run, they would have got run out. There was really no run there. And sometimes it's pace that both the striker and the non striker are aware of where the fielders are and who are the fielders at that spot. And that sort of a shot going directly to the fielder, trying to take off for a run. Yes, Sarfraz must have been very hungry for two things. One, for Jadeja to get to his 100, and second, for getting the strike. But in both occasions, I think it was a bad call for both batsmen. Maybe Jadeja because he called, and Sarfaraz because he responded. He could have so easily said no and sent Jadeja back. But instead, he took a step before Jadeja realized that he was running to the danger, and he sent him back, but it was too late. It was a beautiful direct throw, and Sarfaraz got run out. But I think Sarfaraz also must be thankful that for a debutant to come in and play the innings that he played, that 62. I don't think the beginning, the morning when he was given the test cap, if somebody had told him at the end of the day you'll get a brilliant 62, he would have been happy with that. The unhappiness or what it could have been is that he got run out. But there's nothing really to worry. England now have a second new ball in hand. This Kuldeep Yadav has come as a night watchman. India still have a few batsmen up their task, up their sleeve. And when I say batting, especially in Indian conditions, these are people who can bat. But the challenge is the second new ball. Sometimes things could go wrong so easily and so quickly. But yet the end of the day's play, 326 for 5 is absolutely brilliant. I'm saying absolutely brilliant because you were 33 for 3. And at 33 for 3, three top batsmen out, you can end up the day with 326, losing just another 2 wickets. I think anybody would take that. It'll be very, very happy Indian contingent today. There's a lot of work to be done tomorrow, especially in the morning. But I think India have shown that they are willing to fight it out, whatever England might throw at them. The team is here to fight. And sometimes when you come out of a corner like this, 33 for 3, and then come out of it, and score these kind of runs and play this kind of innings, I think it can lift the entire team, you know. And I think the Indian team has got to be pretty lifted today. They're going to be very happy. There are two centuries, one debutant who came out with a brilliant knock, and from such a bad position, for them to put themselves into a position of strength is absolutely wonderful. So that's it for today. Wonderful day's play. We eagerly look forward to tomorrow's play. Thank you.